Well, welcome back to another exciting episode of Stunt Hanger Building. In the last video, so if you haven't watched the last video, you need to go back one and watch it. I built this wingtip. This wingtip is set up with a lead out guide in it, and it's the push button lead out guide that I like to use. And now we are going to mount this. Now, the most important thing about this type of wingtip and this type of wing is you want this edge right here even with the leading edge so that it all looks like one piece when it's sanded in. So it goes right there. We're going to get a pen. Make sure it's centered on there. And this needs to be centered at the back. Now I can already tell it's drooping. You don't want that. This wingtip is drooping. We want to get that thing on there so it's straight. It seems like I need to adjust this. It's not sitting down on there flat. So it ain't nothing, just a little bit of sanding. That one there needs it too. So we'll try this again. I'm going to go ahead and go right through the big meat of this so it gets on there good. Center that up. Oh, much better fit on the back. That little bit of sanding helped. Okay, so now that you got it taped on, step back and look at it. Make sure it's straight on the wing. And it needs to go up in the back just a smidge. Just a smidge. It needs to go up. Get rid of these water bottles off here. Let's see here. More this way. More this way so I can see what I'm doing. Not off by much. It's only off by like a 32nd, maybe. But as long as we're building it, let's build it straight. Now I'll check the leading edge here. Leading edge needs to go up to. Yep, that's right, right there. Now on these beam wing airplanes, I always put a little wedge right here at the tip. You see that wedge right there? Tying the tip rib and the trailing edge together. We'll get to that in a minute, but so I need a new snorkel on this thing. It's snorkel's already shot. Because I don't want a whole lot of glue gooping all over the place on the tip. Makes it too hard to sand. So we'll put a new tip on it. I'm going to have to order some more from Amazon. I think I want to buy 10 foot of that Teflon tube instead of these tips. These tips suck. Go Shapers and see if they got it tomorrow. Okay, just like yesterday, we'll get that sanded off. What that was wasn't good, whatever it was. This out of the way. Oh, sanding block. Okay, we need that anyway. We need that anyway, so I'll get that over here. All right. All right, same shit. You want to add some more though? Add some more glue. Better joint. Flip it over. That worked out perfect. Perfect. Okay, we now need to make 4 ribs to go in there. I think we'll Let's put these lead outs through the hole, see how they operate. Make sure they are smooth and not hitting on anything. Whoop it. You ain't gonna move the handle that much anyway. That's a long damn way. They don't hit anything? Nope. And we'll go ahead and carve this out right now. When we get to this hardwood block, it's a little difficult, but it turns out nice. A lot of material to move. I think I'll get that 36 grit. Let's see, it's over here, I think. Yep. You know, I don't use this 36 grit often. If you go to a body shop and tell the guy what you're doing and tell him you need one piece of 36 grit airfoil paper, he'll probably give it to you. And if he doesn't give it to you, charge you $1 for it. This stuff here lasts a long time. This here is getting loaded up for some reason, but it lasts a long time. Or you can get 24 grit, even better. And I found most people in the other trades, if you're honest with them, tell them what the hell you're doing, they'll help you, you know, welding or anodizing or whatever. Just, hey man, I'm a modeler. I got a whole lot of money to do this. Just a hobby. So stop into a body shop and say, hey man, I need a piece of 36 grit airfoil paper. Can you help me out? Yeah, we're going to take these buttons out so I don't sand them up. I'll get it close, then I'll get them ribs in there, and we'll get it final shaped. I got the other one final shaped. You can hear it grinding on that hardwood, though. You want that leading edge to look like it just comes right straight across and on around. Back to the trailing edge. You might have to make it another stick. This is getting loaded up pretty good. The center of this is down there, so we're going to have to I wish I had another 22, a sharp 22. Let's get that block clean. I don't know why this is so tough. It's good soft wood. Hey, Gary. Well, we're going to work it out so we can do Saturday at John's again. I talked to John today. He's going to get a camera. We're going to do split screen. Danny's going to come on board. We're going to do a live stream together with that. Maybe one for all three so we can get something going. That Saturday at John's seemed to be a pretty big hit. Okay, that's close for a rough in on the bottom. Do the top now. See where we are. It's 80 grit I'm using here. Okay, let's turn it over and do the top. You gotta stop. Getting too far ahead of myself here. Is that good? Oh, it popped. Oh boy. Now these are never good enough. They have to be perfect. You can't do, oh, that's good enough. The shape has to be right. Otherwise it looks dorky. So this wingtip is set up so that the covering goes around and it crests right there at the apex, right there on that line. So you can't have it way back here because then you'll have a flat spot. Silk span. We might try Japanese tissue, but because I only got 4 pieces left. I got the glue to do it now. Yeah, we're getting there. You know what? I'm going to make a little triangle that goes in there. So I take this little triangle. It ain't nothing, just a little triangle, and it goes right in here. So it's because it's a tapered edge, trailing edge, you got to sand a little angle on it. Just center it up in the rib and the trailing edge, perfect. And that adds a lot of strength on that wingtip. Okay, we got it. Yep. Now, I don't suggest you just start adding sticks willy-nilly. I mean, I've tried all this stuff. Tea bag. No, you want to use silk span. Just call Brodak and have them send you some double-aught silk span. They got it. I see my biggest fan is back. Are you guys watching Frank? He's doing a good job. Even though it's not control line, you know, it's still woodwork. As Denny says, he's too by the book for me. All right, that's rough. A little high right here. My building style is hatchet style. That's close enough. Okay, let's take a look here. Still too high right there. That's close. Get this right here. So you want this line to follow right around, and that line to follow right around. And there's no really set way to do this. It's all by eye. Whatever looks good to you. But settle for nothing less than perfect. It might take an hour to rub on this to get them shaped right. If you're going to make an order from them, you might as well make a good one because its shipping is flat rate. Doesn't matter if you order 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, make sure you get it all. Ah. Tell them Stunhanger sent you. Used to do some good for me, but I don't think it does anymore. They're not a sponsor of the channel, of the site or anything. When John was alive, he was. But that don't mean we can't still support them. What I want to do here is I want to get this close before I put those ribs in. That way I'm not scarping them ribs up. Looks like it's getting close, so this bottom one, this is going to be tough. This bottom thing here, we need to come down more on that. See, the center line of that is right there. So that's good. We need to sand that up some more. Believe it or not, it's still a 1/16 of an inch out. I'm gonna have to glue a little piece in that. That's close. That's gonna need a bit of sanding there on that edge. Shit. Oh well. Maybe I can cut that arc. Yeah, we'll cut it. Too high right here. Too high right there. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna need a sharper blade. Might have to look for a scalpel. For some reason, the inside turn of this doesn't have a swoop. It's turned flat. So I got to cut that swoop in there and try to sand it in. Otherwise, the covering will look stupid. So That's better. Go some more. Yeah, look. Not sure. I think it could go way out there like that. Yeah. So what I need to do, I'll just grab this. Let me get a pen here. There we go. Yeah. This is dangerous. I straighten that up. That's much better. That's it. Fall on the ground. That's more better. Yep, that's it. Okay, now for the bottom again. I've got it sanded too heavy on the bottom. So, what are we going to do here? So, that's hardwood there. "20 minutes left on this stream. I don't think we're going to get it done. I think it'll take me 20 minutes to finish shaping it. It is what it is. Like I've said before, I'm in no rush to get this done. I have no place to store it. What are we going to do for that? That ain't no good. Too fat there, so we got to take some of that off. The center line is right there. Maybe I need to draw that center line so I can see it. pencil. There we go. Center line is right there. So you can see how far below the center line my lead outs are. Way down. That's especially helpful on a piped airplane, but not bad even in a non-pipe situation because your landing gear is hanging down below the lateral center of gravity. So is the engine because it's upside down. So there's more weight on the bottom than there is in the top. So you drop these to get it right centered. Now, if you're not an experienced stunt flyer or one of the better builders, a lot of guys won't tell you all that stuff. But it'll sure help you trim your airplanes easier. So it'll turn equal inside and out. And with this type of wingtip, it's a little bit difficult to do, but we'll sand down to that center line there and it'll be fine. Right now I'm sanding that basswood, and that's you gotta go up to that center line. That's better. That's more better. So unless you're running an inline airplane sidewinder, I would drop the tip, drop the lead outs in the tip. Wouldn't much help on an inline center sidewinder airplane, but any low wing lower than center of the thrust line, inverted engine airplane, it helps. But what do I know? I'm just a dumbass. Just an old hack. Let's see, center line of the wing comes right through there. Yeah. So if you pick nothing else up on this video, just lead out location would be a good idea to pay attention to. So this is too high right there. Too high right there. Nope, not yet. Make it to that edge. There we go. Yeah, tomorrow we'll set the ribs in it. I don't think we're gonna make it. We've only got 13 minutes. You guys have seen me do that before anyway. Here again, I'm using the shadow of the overhead light to get that line straight. I mean, it's pretty damn close now so I can go to a 180 grit sandpaper. Pretty close. Pretty close. We can go switch to 180 or 150 or something. This here is close. So it started out, what was it, 12 grams or whatever? I'll bet it's down to 10 grams or less now. But you can't weigh it because it's already glued on. Suppose you could cut it off and weigh it. D Hill. Now, there is one thing you got to be careful of, and it happened to me last year. Using this type of button lead out situation, the grommets came out, and I got these swapped where they were, in the wrong spot. Okay, so I put them back to the right spot. Yeah, but they were still crossed inside the airplane, and they were rubbing on each other. It took me hours to get it undone. Trying to look down the wingtip. Oh, shit. So be careful. But that's the only time that ever happened to me. I haven't had it happen to me before, and hopefully won't have it happen again. And these look so nice when they're done right. But it takes work. It takes a lot of sanding, like everything else. You guys got any questions before the program's over? We only got 8 minutes left. Yep, that turned out good. It's not even sanded with 320 yet. That's good. You'll get a weight on this whole thing. I got a feeling this one's going to be lighter than the other one, unless I goobered up with spray shine and that kind of stuff. Ever since I quit using spray shine, I have a hard time bringing myself to using it. Too heavy. Sure looks nice though. Okay, this one's going to need to get cut on this side too. I did the top side. Now I'm going to have to do this side to make it the same. It won't be that far back, but you get the idea. If I if I stop now and just set it on the bench and give me a night to look at it, you'll see it's not quite straight. A night to look at it and straighten it out. Got a bump right there. I get that out. Yeah, I can feel it. If I feel it, I'll be able to see it. Getting there. Needs to come down right there. I could flood some CA on it. So that comes right there. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. There goes some more there. Almost. There it is. You could hear it. Hey, Marty. Oh, Marty. Hey. I can't come over tomorrow. We're going shopping. Old People Day. It's supposed to be today, but we can get to it. That's a gentleman. I got to take his transmission out of his shovel head. pretty straight. It's pretty straight. You're going to take a little bit more adjustment, but we'll see about next week. If it's good for you, whatever. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Well, we've been on an hour and 2 minutes, 2 minutes over. That's how I do wingtips. Of course, they get the extra 2 ribs in there. It'll be perfect. You guys got any questions? Oh. So we're close on this wingtip. It's got some flats in it still, but I'll have to work on them. But that wingtip there will turn out just like this one. It goes right straight around. It takes a lot of sand, and there's a little high spot right there, and I'll get to them all. Of course, when you put the dope on this thing, it hardens things up. And then you get the tissue on it, that hardens it up some more, and you can sand on it a little more aggressive, so it's back and forth, back and forth. It's just a matter of tinkering with it. That's all it is. All right, I appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Remember, we're going to be doing Saturday at John's again here shortly, and Saturday at Danny's too, because that seemed to be a big hit when we did those. I will see you tomorrow. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.